It's going about 1 kilometre every 8 seconds. It's nearly here, apparently. They've just told me it's nearly here and I can't hear a thing. Oh, I can see a light. I can see the train coming. I can see headlights. All right. How fast is 500 kilometres an hour?
The building of the maglev train between Tokyo and Nagoya is a representation of what it looks like when people are making plans that are not based on feelings, but instead based on getting something done. You can see how fast the train moves, and it has to be precise and exact, and there are simply no feelings involved. Dr. Umar is a good representation of the kind of feelings-based way that we approach things in the Black community in terms of saving the Black community, who's supposed to do what, what's the right thing to do. When to get a plan done, as you saw with the maglev, you have to have people all fulfilling roles, and if those roles aren't getting filled, you just can't get anything done. And that's where I get back to the feels. If you think about the Black community, the way that we even use the word feel, think about someone who goes on a date and decides they don't want to be with that person. I wasn't feeling them. Or someone says it didn't feel right, or he gives me all the feels, or I just didn't get the right feel of what was going on. We use the word feeling as a way of evaluating if something is right or not. And quite frankly, it's just the way that things are done in the Black community, which is why this particular Janelle Monae interview is, I think, a representation of not just how the Black community thinks and moves, but kind of sort of why you can't really rebuild the Black community, because it's just feelings based.
But I was always taught, do not do anything that will make men be attracted to you. It took me a long time to realize it was not my responsibility to adjust my freedom in order to make you comfortable. I am having an earth experience where I'm expressing myself. I'm trying to honor my body, honor my fullness. I'm not asking for your attention. I should not be made to feel bad or be shamed because you cannot control your own urges.
This is an interview clip from Janelle Monae, and it's a particular channel where as the interview progresses, they progressively take off more clothes. I'm not exactly sure I understand why, but I guess it's a way of kind of expressing, feeling good about yourself. And in the interview, you can hear her basically deconstructing some of the things that have been, I guess, the norms. She talks about several things in the interview, but in this particular clip, she's just talking about how she was taught not to dress a certain way, and that her exposing herself and being more free in her sexuality is a personal thing, and there's no right for people around her to have any kind of say so. And if you're uncomfortable about the way she's carrying herself, that's a you problem. Now, I don't have any issue with her having these feelings. But the problem is, if you're trying to rebuild a community and you can't even establish a common code of behavior, how far are you going to get with that? Just like when we talk about the maglev, you have to build a foundation. If the foundation is not set, if you can't agree on these are mutually defined roles, we would like you to do X, we are going to do Y. If you can't even get there in terms of how people are going to interact, it looks like a non-starter to me.
In your skin, in your journey, why is it a good place to be?
It is a great, amazing place to be in my body because of the way that I love on it. We are reclaiming ourselves. We are using the best vibrators. We're having the best sex. We're eating the best food. I've apologized to my body, to my cells. I've let my body know that it's us. We have the autonomy, and I won't betray you.
If you listen to this interview from beginning to end, the word that you'll hear the most is not feel or feelings. It would actually be honor. Now, when you think about honor from where I am in the Asian sense, honor is what motivates good and bad behavior. It's not feeling. So if you want to get things done or you want to make sure that you're a person that's respected, you don't dishonor people or their family or their names. So there are definable actions that are honorable. And so when you talk about honor, do X, do Y as an honorable decision or honorable action, and that is a way that you can get stuff done. But when she spoke about honor, she spoke about honoring her feelings. Now, feelings are much different than honor in that honor, you can define actions as honorable or dishonorable, but you cannot define what creates certain feelings. And she speaks at length about wanting to feel a certain way and being okay with how she feels. And that is kind of the center of her argument as to why she feels the way she does and why she's moving the way she's moving, which again, that's 100% fine for her. But when Umar Johnson starts talking about the Black community needs to do X and Y and Z, you cannot build things, systems, organizations on feelings. So as we're now in the age of pleasure, where you have essentially half of the community taking their cues from Janelle Monáe to do what feels good. Don't delay gratification, feel good now. And then you have Umar Johnson with his feels of, this is what we got to do. You got to control the Pookies. And it's all feelings based. There's no definition as to what's going to work. And that's why talk of rebuilding anything without being able to define how to make a family work is nothing but folly. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.